Guys, I got Jules down here giving me a hand. Oh, no, it's Matt.
Gonna do one ugly Jules.
If it was Jules, okay, she might see this and get pissed off. What are we looking at? Jay, I'd have to go back and look at the video. I don't know if this is the one that you were talking about. New Glarus Coffee Stout. I do not see an alcohol percentage on any of this. Decided to give this a try.
Oh my god.
Because I was out giving my my little Sammy Poo a hand and drove right past the liquor store, so I decided to see if they had any. What's the name of that one? The Shack? The Shack right at the foot of the... right when the bridge goes over it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they suck. They completely fucking suck. Unless you're some dumb half-backwards ass Wisconsin, Superior Wisconsin douche nozzle, and you're there to get your Budweiser. Sorry, J-Dog. Hey, J-Dog, I heard Blue is back. Okay, it's very dark, but I can tell you right now, light is getting through it, so there's no need to waste our time. Cheers.
I haven't been wasting my time, I'll tell you that. I didn't say you had to go and chug it now.
I'm just not sure. I have to go review. It's not bad though.
It's not bad.
It's really milky.
Yeah.
Like sometimes the.
I'm not even tasting much of the coffee. It's more of a like a creamy stout.
Okay. There was. Yeah. I had one person in for the Two-Hearted Club yesterday, and I see latecomers was Cobra. Wade was in there. David Brown was in there. And where are we? First, Foo Master 2 was first on the Brunies, which coincidentally they pulled several thumbnails. I basically just kept renaming the same one to see how long it took. I don't know if their system has some algorithm shit that's able to, say, detect an image versus the name of it, because I'm telling you, renaming it, go fuck yourself, YouTube, didn't matter. It was only up for about a couple minutes and it got pulled again. But I took the brew thing and I moved it over her big cans, and that picture has stayed. Okay, let's move this to there. So congratulations, Rich, Steve. Late upload, but here, yeah, because I couldn't start uploading until after Locked and Loaded was over. Otherwise, Joey bitches about the graininess of my video feed, even though I pay for a very fast through Spectrum. Sucks. Nihap, McGillen's a bourbon. Oh yeah, I should have put that in the title. I apologize. That was so. I was correct when I switched gears and said a bourbon instead of whiskey. You're kind of a bourbon-y guy. Mm-hmm. You want to try a little sample of yesterday's?
Oh, man. There's so much to choose from today. All right, I'll do a little one.
Just a taste. I won't.
Just a taste.
I won't fill it
It
up.
reminds me of something else.
I gave it a fairly low score.
Mm-hmm.
It is extremely smooth. It's just kind of non-eventful.
So you gave it a bad rating because it was non-eventful?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't give it a bad rating because I hated it.
So if it was smooth, just didn't spark anything for you?
There was no fire. They put it out, it was so smooth. There's no harshness. There's no real roller coaster ride. It's just... And I really wasn't getting
I don't mind this.
No, again, it's...
I don't know if I'd have rated it bad. I don't know if I'd have rated it top.
I gave it a 4.
Oh, yeah, I would have been at least at a 6.
Yeah, I gave it a 4.
I would have been at least at a 6.
Now, here's the strange thing. Usually, clear your palate, make sure you're all ready to go. I had my glass of water yesterday, and I really wasn't detecting much in flavors. And then I had one of those beef sticks, and all of a sudden, it just went from whiskey-ish to serious. Eric, this is bourbon. And that's when I watched the video. That's exactly when I switched. I thought maybe adding all the flavors of the buffalo beef stick would taint the. But no, it made me think. Oh yeah, I also got. You know, we did some serious damage the other night. Do you realize? Since it was all of us, Christine poured her glass yesterday because she was having a bad day.
I was gonna say all I had was a shot and then a little spit at the end. I was like, I'll fill my cup up before I go. Damn.
When I picked this up, I was like, holy shit. Oh, I did make a comment. I said, well, the three of us seemed like we, I evidently after the first one, we all forgot we had more. Maybe that's what happened. Holy, 127 proof.
It is pretty strong. Yeah, did we do all right? We got the rye this time. Actually, it tastes great. It's not like rye tasting.
No, that is probably the most impressive rye that I have ever had, and I know that is probably
Knob Creek kills it again. I love my Knob Creek.
Okay, where are we? Harmarsh, I'm here and ready for the shit show.
Smoking hot women for intro brew babes.
NIHAP, whiskey and bourbon have legal requirements. All whiskey has to be aged in order to be called whiskey. If it's not aged, it's called grain spirits. Bourbon has to have 51% corn,
the mash smell, and be aged in new oak barrels.
I can usually always tell you when it's a bourbon. That's one, and normally I would say, and the funny thing is a couple of my favorite things are now turning out to be, bourbonish.
Bourbonish. Bourbonish.
I need
you're a Scotch guy, but I like the bourbons, and all of a sudden, what was it?
I tell you, I think right now, two of the things, and of course because Christine really likes that, I'm kind of sticking away from that. If she's actually going to have something to drink, I'll leave that for her. Of course, my number one right now is the Paul John.
Yeah, I know you're balls deep in Paul John's cornhole.
Yeah. But what I really need to do is I need to do the Brick Laddie and the Paul John as a side-by-side sometime.
Yeah? I'm sure you've had several nights like that. You just don't remember them.
I did some private reviewing. I just forgot to turn the camera on.
Oh.
And this morning I watched a review from that Eric Waite. He reviewed the Ardbeg 5 against the Ardbeg 10, and it turned out exactly how I thought it was going to turn out because, obviously one has been aged a lot longer. He did like the 5, thought it had its place, but he said hands down the Ardbeg 10 was the victor. But no, NIHAP is right. He did say, if you ever get short on some ideas, you could pick some of your things that you like. But for instance, if I pour myself, like so far today, I've had the pre-show prep with some Paul John, I probably, customarily, I would stick with just that. But now if I actually do a head-to-head, you're going to have a little bit of this, and a little bit of that, and I don't know, there's plenty of material to work with. One of the things that I thought was going to be more on equal basis was the Umrut. The Umrut and the Paul John, but I actually did one night for Locked and Loaded have both the bottles upstairs, and this I thought was really good until I had it side by side with the Paul John, and the Paul John basically went, go lay by your bowl.
That's what you thought after you're already half in the bag.
And me and Jules, actually, before you came over, we were talking. She was asking me about this, and I said, Jules, I don't want to offend you, but when I opened this box, I knew two things before I opened the box. Well, actually, I didn't. Right after opening the box, I knew how much she paid for it, and I wanted to hit her because it was way too much money, and she shouldn't have done it. But when I read the bottle, I'm like going, okay, it's straight bourbon whiskey. I'm not a fan. And it was aged in rum barrels, and I hate rum. This is one of the finer whiskeys I have had. And I guess the bottom line is it may have rum, but I always associate rum with Bacardi.
Yeah, not the spiced rum necessarily. And
I don't even know if anybody else's white rum would taste like Bacardi.
Yeah.
To me, Bacardi is like the alcohol.
What you grow up on and like get sick of instantly and never want the crap again.
Oh yeah, like Total a car, shit faced on it. Yeah, that's my life. That was like one of the last times I ever had Bacardi, and I had a lot of it. Me and one other guy finished off one of those jugs with the handle, making daiquiris.
That's a good way to go.
Yep, totaled a really nice car that night. We were celebrating.
Is that where you went off the tee?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Tee came to an end. Eric didn't. I thought it was a field. It turned out to be a nice farmer's front yard.
Yeah.
We were celebrating the hooker I used to be married to getting pregnant with Lily. So I should blame Lily. If Lily's ever rich and famous, if you're ever rich and famous, can you get me a 1985 Ford Escort GT?
Oh, really? The Ford Escort GT.
It was, if you say Ford Escort, most people think in their brain it's probably one of the most pathetic, ugly cars.
Dude, those things were on the road forever. Not even just the GTs, the Escorts. They have, man, you still see some old ones out there.
This particular one looked like a Subaru WRXi race. I mean, they actually did use these for those rally races.
Oh, yeah.
It looked like a little pissed off bulldog, and I was so upset when I put the passenger front tire through the wheel well and pinned the wheel well against the passenger seat. Good thing nobody was with me in the car that night. Yeah, that was an awesome little car. I would still love to have that today. It was very slick. It had a factory wide body kit to it. Okay. This is. I don't know if this is the one that Jay has had, but if this is Jay, I can see why you like it. Okay. Thank you, Nihat. Poco. In before Joey. No rash for me. Good point. Poco. Boobies. Poco. I'm going to take a wild guess and say Jules is there. Come on. He says, yeah, I was right. After the fact. Yeah, perfect. Hey, Matt.
It's like the cousin to the old Mustangs, just uglier and crappier.
Yeah, I guess so. For some reason, I want to say the wheel flares were bigger on mine. I don't know, maybe not. It's been quite a while.
I mean, it looks like a sharp car for back then.
It looked a lot different, crumpled up in a farmer's field.
I honestly,
front yard.
I actually liked I think it was like the 92 model. I thought that looked pretty cool.
How about to get a hold of the English, the Cosworth version of it? It had that double wing on it.
Yeah.
They're very sought after right now.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I just love cars. Harmarsh. Hello, Ms. Bomey. Hope you had a better day. Hello, Jules. Well, here, I'll give you a fast update. You'd be surprised how many people we personally know that have been officially now let go by Essentia. Sadly, one of my best friends... Shit. Jesus Christ.
First fucking day.
This is how he got there. You still haven't even peeled out the fucking stickers from picking it up.
Because I'm waiting for my case. Now I gotta buy a case.
I'm glad this Matt is here.
Yeah, I am too, or I'd have been fucking crying. Woo!
You know that situation, you know what happened to me? Of course, this is really going to date me. I'm almost embarrassed to say this.
What?
I had picked up my brand new pager.
Yeah.
And I went like this, and I by accidentally had the pager clipped between my pocket and my shirt. So when I reached up, I heard click, and as it was tumbling to the ground, if I would have just let it be, it probably would have been fine. Yeah, I went to try to boot stall it, and I almost... I had a better kick than any kicker for the Minnesota Vikings. It just went skip, 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 skip all the way across the hot asphalt. Just completely gouged the fuck out of the case. I was like, and I did. I had it for about 15 minutes before that incident. But you go ahead and do what you're doing. I got this over here.
Yeah, you take care of that. I just ordered it. No, I just literally ordered my phone. Case. It was already on in the cart.
Cobra says, "Hi, Jules." I'll have to let her know. Jorn, are you talking about my videos, sir? Laugh out loud. Jorn, you have... Let's see, how can I not be offensive? You have some of the most imaginative videos. Actually... being that sometimes, Jorn, I could give a flying shit about the political stuff, he has had some nature stuff, some of the footage of your countryside and trees and stuff like that. I actually have enjoyed some of those. Oh, excuse me. Poco Loco.
Boom.
He said it, not me. $5 against him. It's a copyright infringement against Cobra Burnout every single time you use the BOOM thing.
Oh, wow.
Because all his videos end like that.
Well, let me change that then. Burn.
Multi-Gunman says bang. Harmarsh, you should look for a Bryn 10. Yeah, when I win the lottery, Harmarsh, as much as a kind of a piece of shit as they were for reliability, for the sake of being one of the first 10 millimeters, 10 mm pistols, 10 millimeter, I would absolutely love a Bryn 10, not to mention, Don Johnson had one in Miami Vice and the first. They're kind of cool. You should look up a Bryn 10.
I'll do that.
Yeah, but every single time one of them goes up on an auction block for sale, where you think the most amount of money this thing could sell for, would be about right here. It ends up selling somewhere up here, and you're like, damn. People are nuts. And I do think they do look badass. They are that front. If someone is aiming a Bryn 10 at you, I can guarantee you, if you know your shit about guns, you know exactly what that gun is that's being pointed at you. Alone with Company, 8th. Speaking of Alone with Company, I want to say a big thank you. There was a little removed from the bottle already. But Jules brought with a little offering from Christopher. We are, for some reason, it just doesn't... no, I'll leave that on there. This bottle is filled with the essence of Christopher, or the essence of Alone with Company.
I don't know if I want any of that.
Single malt Scotch whiskey. It's extremely rare. 18 years. Now, John Solar probably would chuckle hearing me say, never mind, you'd have to be there. John sent his wife to get some whiskey, and she came back with a bottle of Scotch whiskey, and it said, I think it said the finest Scotch whiskey on it. If the bottle has to say that, trust me when I say that what was in it was not the finest. And you're more than welcome to give that a try if you want. I probably will pour myself some of that if we do get called up by a shot. But I noticed that there wasn't a lot of comments, which we need to wrap this up at about the time that the food arrives.
Oh, we can make this quick too. My kid's got dinner to be cooked.
McLean 5179. I appreciate that you moved the conversation from midgets back to ass talk.
I like how you changed that up. We are a channel of ass eaters, and that's that. Hey, you know what? We picked out some ass for you today too. We got 2 side by side. I figured you were going for it.
Well,
they know it's real. It's tough to argue that one.
Tardisius, with this beer, I would serve Soylent Yellow. Have you ever seen that movie?
No.
Early 70s, Soylent Green.
Nope, I'm lost.
It was a... it's been a long time. I really should go back and watch it again, but I'd probably be very disappointed because I have a higher expectation as watching it as a kid. Something about food was getting scarce, so a company started producing a food called Soylent Green. Soylent Green is people.
Oh, so they're just chopping up people and serving. So everyone's turning into.
But Tardisius, and giving appreciation for the fact that he didn't even say cowbell, I'm going to give him some cowbell. So if it's 2 o'clock in the morning and you have your earbuds in, you now have 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second.
That drives me crazy.
And Cobra's like, there goes my eardrums. We still got 5 to go.
Oh, shit, by all means.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm not greedy.
Go full auto on that bitch.
You can't. See here. Try to quick draw this here. Oh, I don't know if you can do it any faster.
Well, that was pretty good, though. Get the, we should order a shot timer just so that we can... Now, if you can cowboy fan the revolvers...
I'll tell you what, though. Yeah, that would be cool. But the bullets that would have came out of here would have been in your ceiling and on the floor and in your knee. I'm sure they were all over. Just for you guys.
Wade says, hey, Jules. Gun glutton. Fuck. I love sauerkraut. Here in Scranton, every Sunday in Polka is Polka Sunday. I head out in my 97 town car blasting polka to go buy beer at 9 a.m., then come home, start drinking. I cook sauerkraut the real German way. Then sweet red cabbage for... Oh, God, the gas molecules in that house have to be unbelievable. Then the sweet red cabbage for dinner with either beef or pork roast or some kind of schnitzel.
I kind of like this guy.
Actually, that sounds really good, but if we're going to have some dark beer and maybe some whiskey shots, we need to all go outside for the aftermath.
Yeah.
I can tell you, most of what he said there mixed together in my system.
Quite nicely.
I mean,
That's why he's doing this all the time.
Gun Glutton, the last time I had a combination... Gun Glutton, the last time I had a combination close to what you just read off there, sauerkraut, pork, cabbage, I was in the bathroom, and I was like... You know, it's like you get to the point where you like try to play your ass like a musical instrument.
Oh my God! What the fuck?
Yeah,
oh my God!
Christina's 2 rooms away, and she goes,
"She's laughing.
Jesus fucking Christ, are you dying in there?" I mean, it just kept going on and on. The lift bridge went up because it thought an oarboat was.
What the hell? What the hell?
Oh my God! It was just like, oh.
What the hell?
After it was all over, all I could think is I missed an opportunity to record it and send it to Pete at the Armory Channel.
What the hell is wrong with you sometimes, man?
He does that shit to me all the time.
Hey, I learned how to play a new song. Watch this.
He texts me. He's like, "Hey, check your messenger. I sent you an important message." Go to Messenger. He's like, "Hey, I just wanted you to have this." I'm like, "Oh my god, you sick fucker." Carpe diem. Cast strength just means higher proof. Yeah. Yes,
well, and it comes with some flavor. I do actually really like the flavor that it gives.
Here's a great case of
Well,
point.
not all of them, but most of them, yes, most of them.
Both aged 10 years. One is cast strength. There is so much more flavor that accompanies this one, but it could be, it could be because of that nasty thing called alcohol. I really frown on alcohol myself. I'm looking forward to the Star Trek world where they have synthahol that has all the flavors, but none of that nasty side effects of alcohol.
Fucking Star Trek. You want the other half, I'm guessing, right? I mean, you're thirsty.
Oh, you can go heavy if you want. I don't care.
Because I know what the ladies are going to have to deal with. I'll let you drink up so you can save yourself some embarrassment for later.
It's great because as a drinker, you can decide how much water, if any, to add. You can change the taste and flavor many times with cask strength. Absolutely. The one thing about like the heavier hitters like that is they're a little bit more oily, and the water is going to have more of an effect. Now, personally, I have to be honest. I watch some of these high-end reviewers, and now I know the frustration that's Smile Money. I was watching Eric, and he's talking about Ardbeg, something that I've had a few bottles of, and he's describing shit in there that I would have never associated. Chocolate, caramel. And I'm just like, okay. I mean, to me, it kind of reminds me of diesel fuel with a nice alcohol percentage to it, and it's smoky peaty. And these guys talk about how you add just a dash of water,
just a drop.
And most of them, because it opens it up and mingles with the oily parts of the alcohol, and it gives off more flavor. Now, I have seen them review a few things that the water had a negative effect. Now, most of us that appreciate fine whiskeys would not associate the name Windsor as a fine one, but I just watched the Whiskey Tribe. I watched Daniel and Rex review Windsor, and to see if it would help or not, they put a dash of water in it, and both of them agreed now they said, as far as cheap ass whiskeys go, Windsor wasn't terrible, but when they added the dash of water, they said it wrecked it. So I think it takes.
That's what I had my 21st birthday on with the old G-Pa. He took me out when I was on probation. Said, "Oh, we'll go to the lake. I'll get you drunk. Let's go camping." Freaking yeah, Windsor and water. And you know what? It was all whiskey within about 30-35 minutes. Because every time I'd take a sip, Grandpa would be over the cup. Here's a little more. Top her off. Hey, here's a little more. Top her off.
Oh, by the way, I have something for Danielle.
Oh, really?
Yeah. See if
I'd rather read it first if you don't mind.
Go ahead. For some weird reason, Christine doesn't want it.
Jeez, I would love to.
How would
I give a good hand job?
I know.
See if I've been doing it wrong. That's what I want to know. Have I been doing it wrong this whole time?
For some reason,
what's the difference between a good one and a bad one?
This was the other one that she didn't want.
Tickle his pickle.
Tickle his pickle. I mean, it's got a foil stamp on it. It's got to
be good.
I mean, I haven't seen this foil stamp on David Brown's book.
Oh,
look!
What the fuck is it? That looks like literally a fucking picture of an old woolly mammoth or something. Oh yeah.
Oh look, she's
cradle his balls.
She's cradling his balls.
Gotta do that.
Oh, now that
that was you back in the glory days.
That's kind of the result we're looking for right there. Good God.
You just fucking got the nickname Volcano.
Oh, Carpe Diem, you've been granted the 3 answers. To your comment, I can either reply, "Great point," "Thanks for the info," or "Well said." I think Great Point
Yep.
probably gets it done.
Well, yeah. Thanks for the info. Is always good too. He did have some info that was new to me, or well said. Shit, I think they all work.
Yeah, but he's not talking to you, so I'm going with Great
Hey,
Point.
Great Point's fine. I'm just saying they were all
Oh,
good.
no, they actually all worked, yeah. Okay, that was the first time we actually got one of those. Oh, Chuck, who has become inspirational, says, bet your future? What future? Steven says, fake news to Chuck.
Come on, you are fake news. Okay, you fake news.
Multi-Gunman has got his lips wrapped around the fuzzy hole. Just kidding, Multi-Gunman. Jeremy, wish we could have come up this weekend. Jules told us she was coming. Yeah, J-Dog is right. It's not too late. You could get in the car and be here in, 4.5 hours?
Just enough time to see the fire that Jules is starting.
Yeah,
today.
right as we speak, Jules is lighting the backyard on fire. Jeremy says, Jules for President 2020. Mike, Knob Creek here is $45 a bottle.
What
This
was
one?
ours? Was
70?
No, ours was 35. But this one, I think they were all 35. But this one was the bee's knees of the Knob Creek.
Yeah, I don't know if you can get that one for 45. I'd say
Buy it and send it.
yeah. We'll buy them.
Yeah, this was $75, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was $70, but with tax, it's like 75. Fucking tax is crazy.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't $45. Oh, we get more possibilities with Mike again. Haven't seen Paul John whiskey or Octomore single malt Scotch whiskey in my area. Great scene Jules, sweet Julie Morris, and we can say very cool. Me either. So good. Well, the problem is
It's
he's
not cool.
He's intermingled a whole bunch of things in here.
Well, I meant it's not cool with the whole whiskey stuff. Great seeing Jules, yeah, very cool. That's yeah. None of them really work, to be honest. Maybe it works for some of it, but not a lot of it. You know what? I would say all three. Very cool comment. We don't get that shit here either.
As soon as you pick one, all the rest disappear, though.
Yeah, but we don't get that. We don't get the other stuff around here either, do we? I haven't seen it. Yeah, I haven't seen it, so it'd be me neither, I guess.
Yeah, I guess we being that it here, I have to go with.
Well said. Oh.
Improvisation. Okay. Smile Money says.
Oh.
There we go again. The brew babe pulling her top out of shape. These girls do not appreciate hard-earned money spent on these outfits. Laugh out loud. Yeah, she was. It was one that we almost used the last time we did the one where she's got the red X's over her nipples. She's leaning down and pulling her thumb looked like a penis.
Yeah. Because that was the comment. Because it was right there. So
yeah,
it
was
was like a little fucking head.
Look like a penis.
Yeah, I remember now. Because you definitely called that to my attention, and I chuckled very good. Because yeah.
Joey Cuz says, nice, a double header. And we can reply with, sure is, oh yeah, and love it.
Too bad it didn't say hell yeah.
There. Smile,
Charlie.
Smile Money. Deaths.
How are you doing over there? I didn't hear nothing. 10-4.
He's letting go
I'll
of the
be
button.
done soon to start some dinner. Are you going to help cook? Okay, see you soon.
Man of little words. He's letting go of the button to...
Yeah, I was going to say, no, he's fucking sitting there playing the video games. That's why he's like, when we're like, God damn it, Dad.
Smile Money says 96,370 deaths plus 1,262 deaths today. Read more button. That was a massive shutdown. No, COVID-19 is not a hoax. This is worldwide. How I agree. The Democrats never let a good crisis go to waste. Oh, I don't think it's a hoax. I think it's an overblown shitstorm. Yeah, a lot of people could possibly die, but a lot of people die every single year, and every single year up to this moment in time. But we didn't destroy the U.S. economy.
We destroyed a lot more than that. We have really. Well, not only that we have fucked up, but the government is taking all control right now. They are literally taking all control. The government. We're gonna fucking lose everything if we don't start standing up for our fucking rights. And it's not just like the First Amendment or Second Amendment. It is ridiculous what we're gonna be losing here. Even in these the stimulus checks, they're fucking trying to throw in every goddamn little other thing that has nothing to do with the stimulus check into this package, so they can get their bills passed.
100+ things.
No, it's, oh my God, what people don't even know.
Let's see. Smile Money says, let's see, prove you wrong with your premise that COVID-19 would not have been an issue if Trump wasn't the president. Goddamn, I would need to read tons more comments, or YouTube is going to have to allow us to post memes responses. I bet you we wouldn't all be being forced to wear masks and going through what we're going through if it wasn't for Trump. Obviously, nobody has the. We go into a different universe, and like the universe where I have to poop right now.
Yeah. Go.
Okay. Joey. Not for nothing. I think JCPenney's was in trouble before this ever happened.
I would agree.
They were.
I think they were talking about bankruptcy, or they even filed years ago. But it's just sad to see JCPenney's in my mind go. That place in our mall has been there since I was knee high. I always remember going to JCPenney's growing up.
I say, if I can remember going there.
I don't go there anymore, but.
Yeah, JCPenney's has been in our mall as long as I can remember.
Yeah. The
mall being there.
Yeah. I go to get my school clothes there.
Shark ZF6, we get to answer some questions. It's interesting hearing you speak so highly of Jules. All the people that know me are always telling me how lucky I am to have a great wife. She is Filipino and treats me like a king. Oh, Jules is awesome. I mean, she first of all, she puts up with us.
Very true.
And she takes shit as well as she can dish it out. So so I can either say
that could go both ways, though. It could be very bad or very well.
I can answer wonderful, so true, or thanks for sharing. I'm not going with thanks for sharing. Either so true or wonderful.
I mean, you're questioning yourself out loud. I know what I would go with, but
I'm going with so true.
That's where I was at.
Okay. Thanks, Shark. Yeah, I don't know if it's just the Filipino people in general, or if it's just a lucky batch of people. But yeah, there's she's one of a kind, that's for sure. Love her dearly. Steve, 6.9, my favorite percentage. 69.
See, I gotta go with a 9.
J-Dog, is that work?
Yeah, works for me.
Shark Gay, A good chorizo can go with everything. I often have it at breakfast in an omelet. Oh, hell yeah. Dice it up, render them down a bit to a semi-crisp, add eggs and whatever else you want. Toast up some white bread. Almost as yummy as the Brew Babe. She's hot.
You know what I used to do with the chorizo? I'd get some really good chorizo from down in the cities. I mean, we're talking like top notch. You can't find it around here.
Have you ever had it from Old World Meats? That's the best I've had. Super One, that shit's a joke.
Yeah, you know what? But no, they all are up here. I was down in the cities. I was getting some fucking like authentic stuff. We're talking, it was good. Not that the stuff up here can't be, but you don't find it. You can't. You just can't find it like you could down in the cities. Anyways, what I would do is I would get gnocchi pasta. You know what that is?
Mm-hmm.
And cook that up with some good Alfredo sauce. But I just do the gnocchi by itself, and then the pasta, or the sauce I would heat up, and I cut in just small little pieces, the chorizo, and you'd cook the chorizo, even though it was, some of it's usually cooked, but some not, but you cook it in the sauce, however you want to do it. But all that oil will mix in with the pasta sauce, and it turns red or like a pinkish red.
Mm-hmm.
You sprinkle that with your gnocchi. I'm telling you, that was my favorite. I don't know what got me started on that, but it was good.
Actually, sounds exceptional. Sharky, in today's world, you only need to identify as a virgin, and the sheeple and the leftists will praise you on live TV.
Oh, shit.
I often identify as a hot 22-year-old lesbian when I go cruising on Sundays.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah, I like to identify as a lesbian. David Brown says, hello, Jules. Then Jules. Sharky, again, I'd love to shoot the 10mm Blackhawk. I carry one's video on the stainless 10mm 40 Smith & Wesson. Since they are the same revolver, just in different finishes, my bet you two could swap out the cylinders like teenagers swapping out saliva on a Saturday night. See, now if I carry one was closer to me and we actually say met at the range, I guess it depends on how much that cylinder is, because it'd be kind of an expensive gamble if it didn't work. To shoot 40 cal.
Fire in the hole!
Yeah, it worked. David Brown says, keep your sauce off my meat. And we can say, deal, will do, challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. I deep-throated your meat.
I didn't even get done reading that before I automatically clicked it. It was just like a responsive.
Keep your sauce off my meat. He gave you a bunch of meat over here. Sent you the box. He wasn't messing around.
It's getting low already. I've had a lot of David's meat in my mouth.
You like your jerky.
Or
beef sticks.
David says meat, and then Multi-Gunman says, and potatoes. Wheels and levers. Great naturals on the intro, babe. Initial testing on the cast bullets going well. Shot some 250 grain 45 Colt loads at 1,500 feet per second out of my new Marlin 1894 lever gun.
Ooh,
nice.
I like that one.
Surprisingly accurate inside of 1 inch at 50 yards. I want to get some 454 Casull loads shot in the Super Red Hawk. Then I'll get some videos going in honor of Mr. Holster. Debating on how much to do in terms of following in his footsteps. Really miss the sock show. And would like to do kind of a spoof on it, but I don't want to come off as being a mockery. Uh-oh.
Is there food here?
There's the food. Oh, 3 to go.
Hustle. We better hustle.
Multi-Gunman. Fuck off, I'm late. Okay.
No, I said holy fuck. I'm late.
Oh, holy fuck. Oh.
You're reading that fast, you can't read.
J-Dog, she's a nice lady. And J-Dog, I hear you on the OJ $6 jugs of Simply Orange. Heck yeah, in large quantities. Just take the top off, throw it away, and put a straw in it. Okay, that's it. Going to the Two-Hearted Ed Club and... I don't know. We could split a Scorpius. Or just say, I mean, if you want more beer.
I got beer at home too.
Well, I'm good with this.
I gotta start cooking. Grilling.
Okay.
I'll take a little snip though. I'll take a shot. Take a shot. Is that fair?
Yeah.
You know what? I'll even go with some Alone With Company.
Essence? Why don't you hook me up with some Alone With Company essence?
I miss
Christopher?
You know, Chris, even though he's fucking perverted and
yeah,
you know,
he always wants to grab your butt.
Wants to grab my sister's butt and
Steven
fucking do some karate shit with her.
Steven says, hard on club. Pocoloco says, here's another song for you. I will check that out.
Ooh, it did smell kind of sweet though. Huh?
I would now, but, you know, dinner just arrived. J-Dog, Heart Club, Mr. Holster. And J-Dog, Squirrel. And Mike. Don't have the money for the shotgun I want from Jim, a.k.a. Hornet Fixer, for my birthday, Sunday, the 24th of May. That would be tomorrow.
He's trying to get a shotgun?
Jim's got a bunch of firearms for sale.
Oh, you'll have to show me the list.
Let's see if I can find an updated one. So, Mike, just in case for some reason I don't do a brew review tomorrow, happy birthday. And
caught me in the back of the throat for a split second, but that's pretty smooth.
Kind of reminds me a little bit of the Johnny Walker. I like the Johnny Walker. Okay, that's that. I'm gonna go eat Chinese food that came highly recommended. Well, when it came highly recommended from Miles, that was a little bit of a concern. But then it came highly recommended by Mike.
So that works too. I'll shirt it.
Okay, cheers, guys, and we will maybe see you tomorrow. I don't know what the hell is going on. I know the weather for this whole holiday weekend, which isn't really for me because I'm working on Monday. So cheers.
This weekend? I thought it was next weekend.
Isn't it Monday?
No.
Are you sure?
I don't know. I'll check.
When you don't have a job, time really slips by.
You're right, but my birthday is the 30th, and it always falls on Memorial Day or weekend.